worked nights at a care home for 3 years. Room 14 had been empty ever since Mrs. Calloway died in August, but her call button went off every night at 2:40 a.m. Maintenance rewired it twice, replaced the unit. It still went off. We just cancelled it from the desk and moved on. That was the culture. You didn't talk about it. Then the new girl answered it. Nobody told her not to. She walked down the hall, opened the door, went into the room 14. She was in there for 4 minutes. Then she came out, walked to the desk, picked up her bag and left. Didn't say a word, didn't clock out, never came back. A year later I ran into her at a shop. She had a tremor in her left hand that kept pressing against her leg to stop. She didn't make eye contact when she spoke. I asked her what happened in room 14. She didn't answer for a long time. Then she said, "There was a woman in the bed." I said the room had been empty since August. She said, "I know, but there was a woman sitting up in the bed and she was smiling and she looked at me and she said my name. I had never seen this woman before in my life, but she knew my name. She held out her hand and said, 'Come sit with me, love. I've been waiting for you.'" She stopped. I said, "What did you do?" She said, "I almost did it. I almost sat down. I wanted to. It felt like the most natural thing in the world, like sitting down with your own grandmother. This complete stranger says my name, holds out her hand, and every part of me wanted to go to her. But her shadow was wrong." I said, "What do you mean?" She said she was sitting up in bed, but her shadow on the wall behind her wasn't sitting up. It was standing right behind the bed, and it was tall, much taller than the woman in the bed. And the shadow, it was smiling. I asked her why she still had the tremor, why she couldn't sleep. She saw the shadow and she left. She got out. She was safe. She looked at me for the first time, straight at me. She said I got out of the room, but for 4 minutes I was in there with it. And the whole time that thing was looking at me through the woman's face. It wasn't trying to hurt me. It was learning me. It knows my name. It knows my face. It knows what I look like when I feel safe. She said the call button still goes off every night, doesn't it? I said yes. She says it's not calling the desk anymore.